For years we taught people to write better prompts. The next leap is harder. Directing systems that read context, run tasks, edit files, run tests, and come back with evidence. What changes when you stop treating AI as a box of answers and start running it as a team of agents working on a real repository? Codex marks this turn. The professional move is no longer a clever prompt. It is directing a system you can audit. Codex is not a text box that completes sentences. It reads a repository, proposes changes, edits files, runs commands, and explains the result. That full work loop, understand context then act then return evidence, is what separates an agent from a chatbot. The book's central claim is exact and demanding. The professional operator never asks only for effort. The operator asks for a result, a boundary, and evidence. What must be true when done, what must not change, and how both claims get checked. This matters because agentic tools are persuasive. They produce a coherent explanation before the work is actually safe. The answer may be fluent, the diff may look plausible, the logs may run long, and the change may still miss the real acceptance criterion. So a mature workflow treats every agent response as a proposal until it is grounded in files, commands, tests, logs, or a human decision. That is not distrust, it is engineering discipline. Context stops being filler and becomes architecture. Rules, agents MD, narrow tools, least privilege, and a written definition of done turn a repository into one that knows how to check itself. A project that can verify itself gets dramatically better agent work than a chaotic one. If you want to go step by step through Codex CLI, Codex Desktop, MCPs, plugins, skills, and teams of agents, Codex, the definitive guide is on Amazon now. In the era of agents, human value moves to judgment, direct, supervise, and own the result. Link in the description. Topic development. Central thesis. Advanced AI work is not asking faster, it is directing better. The leap is from writing prompts to directing systems that read context, run tasks, edit files, run tests, and return with evidence you can check. Key concepts, goals, context, tools, evidence, judgment. The underlying idea is, speed is not understanding. Codex amplifies judgment. It does not replace it. What changed? The agent runs the work. The human directs it. Old model. The person did the task and the AI suggested fragments. Agentic model. The person shapes the work and the agent walks it end to end. Key concepts. Read, reason, execute, verify, report. The underlying idea is, a full work loop, not a text box. The contract. Ask for a result, a boundary, and evidence. A result says what must be true when done. A boundary says what must not change. Evidence says how both claims get checked before anyone trusts the work. Key concepts. Result, boundary, evidence, scope, done. The underlying idea is, effort alone proves nothing. The first risk. Fluent output is not verified progress. Agentic tools are persuasive. The answer may be coherent, the diff plausible, the logs long, and the change still misses the real acceptance criterion. Key concepts. Coherent, plausible, persuasive, unverified. Gap. The underlying idea is, persuasion is not proof. Treat every agent response as a proposal until it is grounded. Definition of done. An agent with no success criterion moves a lot without advancing. Vague goals like improve this project let work drift. Replace them with observable outcomes. Which problem? Which files? What must not break? What ends it? Key concepts. Problem, outcome, files, limits, artifact. The underlying idea is, name the finish line first. Context. Context is not filler, it is cognitive architecture. The operator prepares rules, agents MD, conventions, tests, and trusted sources. A repository that knows how to check itself gets better agent work. Key concepts, rules, memory, tests, conventions, sources. The underlying idea is, the environment shapes the work. Tools and limits. Narrow tools and least privilege beat one all-powerful command. Small named operations with typed inputs can be audited and verified. A giant catch-all tool is hard to check and unsafe to trust at scale. Key concepts. Narrow, typed, audited, scoped, privilege. The underlying idea is, power without limits is liability. Delegation. Delegation does not cancel responsibility. The agent can edit, propose, and review, but the human owns intent and final acceptance. The mature question is not what it answered, but what proves it works. Key concepts. Delegate. supervise, verify, decide, accept. The underlying idea is, direct the system, do not obey it. Hidden cost. A bad workflow automated is still bad, only faster. Speed only helps when the target and boundaries are explicit. Automating a fragile workflow multiplies it. Real productivity is advance you can audit and reuse. Key concepts: fragile, drift, volume, audit, reuse. The underlying idea is, measure trust, not volume. The shift: text box user or operator who directs agents. Treating Codex as a text box consumes answers. Directing it as an agent means setting goals, fixing constraints, demanding evidence, and correcting drift. Key concepts: ask, consume, direct, constrain, correct. The underlying idea is, the gap becomes operational. A text box user asks, an operator directs. Synthesis. In the era of agents, human value moves to judgment. Value shifts to shaping the task, supervising critically, requiring evidence, and owning the result. Codex rewards turning expert thinking into a verifiable system. Key concepts: shape, supervise, verify, decide, own. The underlying idea is, intention into verifiable action. If you want to go deeper, the book Codex, the definitive guide, from beginner to expert with Codex CLI, Codex Desktop, MCPs, plugins, skills, and AI agents for 2027 is now available on Amazon. The purchase link is in the description.